Now, you always hear wealthy entrepreneurs tell people to read more books, buy less Starbucks, save your money, save for a rainy day. But is that actually really good advice to become a millionaire and a very wealthy person? Stay tuned. What's up, fruitful investors? Welcome to my channel where, yes, I am a YouTuber, but I'm also a real estate investor with a real business, doing real things in the background, not just up here on YouTube talking about. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you the 5 investing habits that will make you a millionaire, have made me a multi-millionaire. So number 1, become an expert in whatever you're investing in, whether it's stocks, crypto, real estate. The problem is a lot of people just dabble. They do like literally 2 hours of research, or like they pick their favorite stock and that's what they invest in with zero research just because they like it. Okay, this is actually terrible advice, but it's what the 99% of people out there are doing. What the sophisticated investors are doing is becoming experts before they really jump in. Now there's a caveat to that, because a lot of people just do analysis paralysis, where they just do research, but they actually never dive in and invest, and they just blame it on, well, I gotta do more research. Okay, you can become an expert in any topic if you really delve into it very quickly, like a month. There's enough knowledge for you to at least get in sophisticatedly and then keep learning from there, but at least enough for you to get in and get the foundation. So become an expert in what you're doing. For example, when I was 22 years old, that's when I first bought my first investment property. And for like 3 years before that, I was a carpenter. So I had a lot of expertise in how to renovate homes and whatever, but I was just reading books. At that age, you go a little slower when you're, your late teens, early 20s. So it took me 3 years to really learn the strong foundation and the real fundamentals of how real estate works, how to attract quality tenants, how to renovate properties to attract those great tenants. Man, you can see my YouTube channel here back to 2012 when I started. I was 22 at that time. You can go back and see my whole progression of what I was learning and what I was doing to now. But the key thing I want to say about this topic is I was just obsessed, like disgustingly obsessed. And most people aren't willing to get disgustingly obsessed because they'd rather go drinking on Friday nights with their buddies when they're 22. I get it, right? I still had fun when I was that age, but hey, sorry to interrupt the video. I know you're learning something cool and I love to give you investing tips here on YouTube every single week. But if you want to accelerate your growth and cut years off your investing journey, I can just give you all of my secrets. Check the courses out below. Whether you want the exact materials and products that I use on my flips and rental properties, I have a course for that. I give you all the links to everything we buy in all of our properties. If you want to learn how I raised over $50 million all from videos like this on YouTube and Instagram, I have a course for that. I'll show you how to attract joint venture partners like this. Or if you want personal one-on-one coaching from me and a ton more, see the links below. Anyway, just want to let you know, enjoy the rest of the video. I was just so focused on business and just reading and watching, hanging out with other millionaire real estate investors and just listening to what they're saying and actually taking action. Now it took me, like I said, 3 years at the beginning because I was 19 years old, so can't blame me for that. I had very little money, but once I turned 22, it was like off to the races. I was buying, I was making videos, attracting joint venture partners, and then at that point, it just kept scaling. And by the time I was 25, 26, I was buying like a property a month at that point. So my progression was very quick. And a lot of people, like I said, they just tiptoe and they just don't do shit, which is so annoying. I can't understand those people, man. Like I said, I'm a weird, messed up person, a couple little screws loose in my head because I'm so obsessed with financial abundance and just kicking ass in business. Like, why would you do anything in life and just not kick ass at it? I don't understand, man. Like, why do anything half-ass? It just doesn't work with my brain, man. It doesn't work. Number 2, invest long-term. So, like I always say, if you want to get real wealthy and actually real rich, invest for the long term, buy rental properties and hold. I know if you've been following me lately, I've been saying how I'm selling all my rental properties. I'm at a different stage in my life, a different stage in my career. I did the 12 years of holding, dealing with tenants, getting all the shitty calls about the shitty toilets that are not working, the tap's broken, the tenants aren't paying rent this month, blah, you name it. I did all that for 12 years. Now, like I said, I'm kind of doing something different with my investing strategy, but you gotta do it. That's how you get actually really wealthy. There's a saying out there, 90% of all millionaires did so through real estate investing, and specifically long-term rental real estate investing. Maybe it's multifamily, student property, single family, duplexes, whatever, but generally it's long-term real estate investing. So don't be afraid of those pullbacks either. Like right now we're seeing a slowdown in real estate interest rates are going up, the government is freaking out, inflation's out of control. How can they stop it? They throw ice on it and they raise interest rates. That slows people down. Well, it slows the regular people down. The real estate investors like me are speeding up because we're seeing a little pullback here. So what's the Warren Buffett saying? Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. People are very fearful right now. What's going on with, I don't want to say the C word on YouTube, that's kind of ending, hopefully. We got the whole Russia thing going on, rising interest rates, inflation's out of control. Dude, there's a lot to be afraid about. Are we afraid? Nah, we're watching. The sophisticated investors are watching, but we're running, okay? We're buying a lot of stuff on the pullbacks. So, but if you always invest for the long term, doesn't really matter what happens with the pullbacks. It doesn't matter about the wars. There's always been wars. There's wars all the time that we don't even know about that are going on. But there's been wars constantly, I don't know, since the beginning of time. The real estate market still goes up. We've seen it all the time. It doesn't matter what's going on in the market. If you hold for the long term, real estate generally, if you're buying the right area, it's a good quality area, good quality jobs, where people want to live, there's population growth, right? There are those fundamentals to pay attention to. If you're buying those areas, your real estate is most likely going to go up. Number 3, invest now. So people try and time the market. You can't time the market. It's time in the market that really matters. So there's a funny meme out there about like millennials trying to buy their first house and they're all saying, right, I'm gonna wait for the pullback. The real estate's out of control. I'm gonna wait for the market to crash and then I'll buy it. And then they're like 80 years old, still waiting for the market to crash. It's a funny meme out there, but that's true. That's what the majority of people are kind of thinking, even though it might not be that extreme. But a lot of people are saying, I'll just wait for the pullback and then I'll get in. Well, when's that gonna be? What if there isn't a pullback, which there most likely won't be, like a serious pullback? So what are you gonna do? Sit on the sidelines, let inflation erode your money and just not make anything? You need to get in the market and have a long-term vision and hold. Number 4, invest consistently. So when the market goes up, you're buying. The market goes down, you're buying. In the stock world, in the crypto world, this is called dollar cost averaging. You're buying a little bit all the time, no matter what the market does. Up, down, sideways, doesn't matter. You're still putting a little bit of money in every day, every week, maybe every month, wherever your budget allows, but you're investing consistently and you're letting those compound gains really, really rack up. And that's the key, right? Starting as early as you can, right? Like thankfully for me, I was 22 when I bought my first properties and I kept buying and buying. The compound growth effect on my wealth by the time I'm 50 is gonna be literally fucking ridiculous. In comparison to someone who started investing when they were 40, maybe they had their career figured out then, so they think. Maybe they had the kids then and now they're settled down, so now they can take a little more risk. That's their excuses, right? So even if that person at 40 invests triple what I'm investing in when I was 22, the compound growth effect on my money is gonna quadruple his easily. So you need to invest as soon as you can and consistently and keep putting in that money. And last but not least, the most important piece of this video, stop contracting and think bigger. So all those people that are saying, save for a rainy day, right? Money doesn't grow on trees. There's a pullback in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty. The Russia thing, they're gonna nuke the whole world. Just put your money under your mattress and just chill. Don't put as much money into Starbucks. Buy the shitty coffee at home instead of Starbucks, etc., which I agree about being frugal. That's how I got here. But if you have an obsession with the frugal mentality, it's a very contracting strategy, okay? It's all, your mindset is, how can I squeeze? How can I save? How can I reduce? I'd rather you think bigger and think, how can I grow this business? How can I buy so much real estate? I get so much money every month. It doesn't fucking matter how much Starbucks I buy. It doesn't matter how many Gucci purses I buy, okay? Like the money's coming in so much in so much abundance, it doesn't matter. Now, I want you to be frugal because for example, with our income, we're flipping so many houses, about 25, 30 houses a year. Okay, we're literally living on between 3 to 5% of our income. So I live on 3 to 5%. I live, I think, a pretty extravagant life against the average person, but I could be doing all the crazy shit, private jets, Rolex watches, Gucci outfits. Dude, what are you talking about, man? Like I live on 3 to 5% of my income and I invest the other 95 to make even more money so that when I do buy Starbucks, I don't feel guilty about it. So anyway, guys, that's the 5 habits on how to become a millionaire. I can keep talking for hours, and I will on this YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe and hit that like button if you learned anything. I'll see you in the next video.